guys, and welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we've got an exciting Game Week 9 team review, as well as our plans for Game Week 10. However, before we continue, please remember to hit the like button, smash that subscribe button. It will be greatly appreciated as we are trying to grow this channel and it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, feel free to follow us on Twitter at FPL_A+. And also, you're welcome to join our FPL mini league. So how did the team do in Game Week 9? Starting at the back in goal, Nick Pope failed to keep a clean sheet and managed 2 points. In defense, Joao Cancelo disappointed with 1 point as Manchester City conceded 3 goals despite scoring 6 goals themselves. Kieran Trippier was quite lucky as he was substituted before Newcastle conceded a goal. He managed a bonus point within his 7-point score. Perisic continued his recent run of low scores with only a solitary point. In midfield, Wilfried Zaha blanked for a 2-point score. Phil Foden was one of the heroes of the game week with a hat-trick and a whopping 19-point score. Gabriel Martinelli managed an assist for a 4-point score. James Maddison was one of the heroes of many people during this game week who had a poor captaincy start to the game week as he rescued many people's game weeks with a whopping 18-point score. Up front, Mitrovic blanked after he received a yellow card and then came off injured thereafter. Harry Kane continued his recent run with a goal and a 6-point score. And then the star of the game week was Erling Haaland with a whopping 23-point score, and as captain times by 2, that gives us a monstrous 46-point score for Game Week 9. You can just not stop this man from scoring goals. Overall, our team managed a total of 106 points, which we are very happy with against the average of 68 points. What this has done is our rank has surged up and we have gone from 283,000 in the world to 53,017. Very chuffed with this rank increase, and with careful strategic planning going forward, we are hoping that we can carry on this momentum. This is now 6 green arrows in a row, so long may that continue. So keep on following us for strategic content, and hopefully you can also share in the green arrows and rising up the ranks with us. The FPLA Super League standings are as follows. In first place, we've got Shazad Ahmed. Well done, Shazad. In second place, we've got yours truly, FPLA+. In third place, we've got Arnav Garg. Fourth place goes to Calvin David Mukibi. Fifth place goes to Jamie Duncan. Sixth place, we have FPL Jonas. Seventh place, we've got Mrs. FPLA+. Eighth place, we've got Dennis Kuswanda. In ninth place, we've got Petro Azvedo. And rounding up the top 10, we've got Baray Chimboza. Well done everybody that has made it into the FPLA Plus top 10. Those that haven't made it but are still lurking, keep on pushing and your time will come. Current players that we've got on the watch list. These players are very similar to our last game week with 1 or 2 changes that we've made. So starting up front, firstly we've got Jared Bowen, who's on our radar. He's got some great fixtures coming up. Fulham next, thereafter Southampton, and even the Liverpool fixture with the current state of affairs at Liverpool. That's not such a tough fixture. Then we've got Mo Salah, who has got 2 tough fixtures coming up against Arsenal, Manchester City. Thereafter the fixtures start easing. So he's someone that you could consider. He's been the king of FPL for the past 5 seasons, so he definitely will continue his scoring. It just depends to what degree the Liverpool team are going to click and carry on their prior year's form, or if they are going to start slowing down. Then as a goalkeeper option, we've got Vicente Guaita, who has got some great fixtures coming up next: Leeds, Leicester, Wolves. At only 4.5 million, he definitely is an option to consider. Then we've got an attacking fullback from Chelsea, Reece James, at 6 million. He has got Wolves, Aston Villa and Brentford next. Those are quite decent fixtures, so that's also one to keep an eye on. And then we've got a budget forward in Dominic Solanke, who's got Leicester next, Fulham and Southampton. Some excellent, tasty fixtures. At only 5.7 million, he's definitely someone that could be a great enabler if you're trying to fit in another premium or upgrade one of your other team members. Okay, then we've got Luis Diaz from Liverpool, who, if you are not wanting to bring in Mo Salah, either you don't have funds or you actually want to spread your funds around, then Luis Diaz can be excellent value. And his fixtures after the next 2 matches, as mentioned, they definitely are one to keep an eye on around game week 12, 13 onwards. Then we've got Gabriel Jesus, who, with a bit of a disclaimer, has got a blank in the next 3 game weeks time, game week 12. He, however, is playing in a team that has been gelling quite well, very attacking, playing a Liverpool team that has come under pressure next, as well as Leeds. So there is a good chance that in the next 2 game weeks he could outscore certain forwards that have got 3 games. He's just that good, and the Arsenal team are the leaders of the Premier League currently for a reason. And Gabriel Jesus is definitely at his price point at 8 million, unbelievable value. So he's also one to consider. If that's taking a bit of a risk, then I would suggest trying to consider bringing him on after the blank game week 12. Then we've got Ivan Toney from Brentford. It's got Newcastle next. That could be a bit of a tough fixture. We've got Brighton, could also be a bit tough, and then Chelsea. However, he is that type of player that if Brentford are even going to lose 3-2 or 1-0, most likely than not, he would be the person that could be involved, either the goal or the assist, and most often it's the goal. So he's definitely someone that to keep an eye on, as well as playing for the Brentford team that are very attacking. So what is our plans for game week 10? So currently we've got 2 plans. The first plan is depending on Mitrovic. If Mitrovic, who is currently flagged as an injury concern and doubtful, if he is not playing, if he is injured for game week 10 and possibly out longer, then we would need to make a transfer, and the transfer that we would likely make at this stage is looking at the fixtures that we showed earlier for Dominic Solanke, who would free up some extra funds. We would be getting another 1.2 million in the bank, ultimately increasing our funds in the bank to 2.3 million that we could use to upgrade elsewhere. He is definitely an option that we would consider. While we wouldn't expect Solanke to go on a scoring spree, scoring hat-tricks or making massive hauls, he has got the potential to score 2 goals in an easier match, such as Leicester that he's got next, or Fulham that he plays thereafter. It is a possibility that he could, but even if he scores a goal in each of those matches, that could be quite decent as a return. So he's definitely one that we are considering for the short term at least. and if you look at his fixtures on the right hand side up until game week 16, he's got pretty decent fixtures. I'd say at least till 12, game week 12. Thereafter it's a bit of a mixed bag. He's got West Ham, he's got Spurs. Those are probably tougher fixtures. He then plays Leeds, that not too difficult, I would say. Leeds can be quite open at times in defence, and then he plays Everton as well at home. So yeah, but that's a decision for another time. But at least for the next 3 fixtures, his fixtures are looking very green and relatively decent for him to score. The second option that we're considering for our team, this is a bit of a attack the fixtures type of power move. And by power move, what we're trying to do is we are trying to take out the player with a tougher fixture, not only in the short term but also in the long term. So looking at Gabriel Martinelli, he's playing Liverpool next. Well, he could score, he could get a return or 2. He is playing Leeds next. That fixture is away. And then the main issue is that he's got a blank in game week 12, as you can see highlighted with the red circle. So we are going to have to bench him in game week 12, which means there is an opportunity to bring in somebody that has got 3 fixtures. And looking at Jared Bowen, he's playing Fulham next at home. He's come off a 14-point score. He's wanting to play himself into the England team for the World Cup, so he should be quite motivated. He's playing Southampton after that in game week 11, and then he's got Liverpool. That could also be a decent fixture. So he's definitely someone that could actually ball in a match. He's got that potential. His ceiling is quite high. So he's definitely someone that you would feel quite comfortable to bringing your team as a replacement for Martinelli. There's definitely upside there. The only thing is that we cannot afford Gabriel Martinelli. We've only got 1.1 million in the bank. We would be requiring to make up another 0.7 million, and the only place we are currently considering is to downgrade our goalkeeper, Nick Pope. And the reason for that is also because we have got 2 Newcastle players. We've got Trippier and we've got Pope. And currently the Newcastle fixtures are a bit of a mixed bag. Their form is also defensively, Pope hasn't been as solid as he was as in the very start of the season. So that could possibly be a move that could work also well, not only as a downgrade, but it could actually be an improvement to the goalkeeping position. And the position that we are considering to fill it with is potentially Vicent Guaita, who plays for Crystal Palace. And looking at their fixtures, next they play Leeds, thereafter they play Leicester, they play Wolves, thereafter Everton, Southampton, West Ham and Nottingham Forest. So all the way till game week 16, pretty decent fixtures. They probably won't keep clean sheets in all of them, but if they can keep clean sheets in about half of them, that would be quite a reasonable record. And Guaita also makes quite a few assists, so you can rely on him for some save points as well. So this is the second option that we are considering. If we had to implement option 1, this is how our team would line up like. In goal we'd have Nick Pope. In defense we'd have João Cancelo, Kieran Trippier, Ivan Perisic. In midfield we'll have Wilfried Zaha, Phil Foden, Gabriel Martinelli, James Maddison. Up front we'll have Dominic Solanke, Harry Kane and Erling Haaland. That is team option number 1. Team option number 2 will be the same as team option number 1, except for 3 positions. The ones that change are in goal, we'll have Vicente Guaita instead of Nick Pope. And in midfield, we will have Jared Bowen instead of Gabriel Martinelli. Also, up front, Mitrovic will remain in the team and will not be transferred out. This option is if Mitrovic, there is news that he is likely to start game week 10. For game week 10's captaincy, our armband is currently on none other than the top goal scorer in the Premier League, the brute force, the Terminator, Erling Haaland. We're unlikely to shift our captain this game week unless there is any news of Erling Haaland not starting, being injured, or any other news of an unfavorable nature. There are not much captaincy candidates this game week. The only other potential option that I could possibly see is James Maddison against Bournemouth away. However, Bournemouth's defense has been relatively solid, so I would not take that as a goal spree that Leicester could likely go on. They could score, but Haaland definitely has the easier fixture against Southampton, which is also a home fixture. So that's it for game week 10. We'll be making our decision on our final team closer to the deadline, following team news and other developments in terms of injuries, etc. Please remember to follow us on Twitter for any further news as to our final team. That's it. Hopefully this video was quite useful to you. Good luck for game week 10, and until next time, cheerio.